You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Hey, yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today we have an amazing return guest. I mean, she seems to be like the queen of Kickstarters. Her number one got funded. Her number two got funded. And this third issue got funded. We got some more days to go. So we need to make it rain, baby. Let's bring the one, the only that is tearing up her path, the creator path of the Pale Rider, Laurie Calcaterra. How you doing?
Hey, wepa, everybody. Hello. This is my hat trick episode. It's my hat trick.
Yes, it is. Your third one, your third book, that third project is out in the wild with several days to go, 18 in fact. But that baby got funded already. So now we're seeking,
we funded in 7 days, which is amazing. 7 days.
Congrats, Laurie. Amazing ball. Is that the record for the Path campaigns thus far?
Say that one more time.
Is that the record of funding?
Yeah, that
for
is.
The Path? Nice.
Our first two campaigns funded, they were actually pretty similar. We were about, I want to say 25 days they funded. And then the last kind of like week, we just, had fun and built that cushion. You always want that cushion, right? Second campaign, we got high enough where we could afford to do color instead of black and white. And that was really cool. So this one, we were like 84% funded in 24 hours. And I mean, when I'm talking about funded, I'm not talking like $500 people. Our goal is $4,550. So we were 100% funded in 7 days. We were like 91, 92, 94, 96.
Yeah.
So, come on, let's just make it happen. And then one of my buddies was like, aren't you like $40 away? I was like, yeah. He's like, I got you. And like went and got a t-shirt level. And he's like, now you're done.
Nice.
Those are the best.
Nice. All right, so talk about, so how was that experience with campaign number 2, and what lessons have you applied from campaign number 2 to number 3?
Now, this is really interesting because your second campaign is always the hardest, from what I have been told. And mine kind of followed that pattern where the first one, it's like your family's there, your friends are there, everybody's excited for you. It's a new venture. Congratulations, we're going to get you there, right? And then number 2 comes and they're like, oh, we have to do this every time? Oh.
Yeah, wait a minute. Once is all right, but you want me to give you some more money? Wait a minute.
Right. They're like, how often are you doing these? And it's one of those like, oh, well, I helped on your first one and you did so well, you don't need my help. Right. So there's a lot of people that fall off. So your friends and family, you're still going to have some that follow you, but there's a lot that will peace out. But that's why it's so important to build your audience. So getting in the right groups, self-promotion, finding a platform, all of those things are so important. And for me, it's like returning to the shows that I've already done, that I have a good track record, and then finding new shows and new markets, right? I have a podcast that I do on Tuesday mornings now called the Tuesday Morning Brew. So I'm a little more recognizable.
Wait a minute. What, Laurie, you doing? Podcast now? Go, wait a minute. Talk about the podcast. What is it about? And what did it get inspired by? What happened?
It was funny because when it started, I was a repeated guest. So every Tuesday, there's this show called the Tuesday Morning Brew on the Comic Related Madness channel on YouTube. It's Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant. And it's just a whole collection of a bunch of different shows, all on the same channel, all about indie comics, which is cool. And the Tuesday Morning Brew went from a panel show. So there was like between 6 and 12 of us that would show up every week. and just talk about whatever. It was really loud and people were talking over each other. We had a good time, but it wasn't really there was no format. We would just show up and talk about whatever we thought.
Wasn't productive.
And then Pops Van Zant, who's kind of like the head of the whole network, was like, I would really like for you to take over this show. And I was like, okay. I would absolutely do that. So, and then I started interviewing people like you do. So I have indie comic creators and artists and publicists and actors, actresses, animators, people.
Check you out, homie. Woo!
Yeah, they all come on my show and I get to ask them questions, pick their brains, make new connections, build the community, and spotlight indie creators. So important.
Isn't it great?
I love it.
Of helping, speaking, learning. I mean, this is why I do this. It's for the love, but for me, it's an honor to be able to speak to people like you. I mean, I'm not as creative as you. I'm the stupid one in the room. So, I'm gaining knowledge from you. You know what I mean? In this process. So, thank you for that. I'm not calling myself stupid. I'm just saying, always be the stupidest person in the room. They say, in business. So, that's how I kind of feel sometimes when I do this. You know what I mean? Because I am privileged in speaking with people that are very well established and smart and, are successful. I mean, look at you. You 3 in and bang, bang, bang. You're Aaron Judge hitting them homers out the park each and every time, Laurie. Amazing on you. Kudos. A great example of an independent creator. Again, and also that I see you doing your thing in the podcasting and I mean going out there and being on shows as a guest and promoting your product. So talk about that and navigating that. There's a lot of independent creators that are very, I can't, I don't know how to promote my stuff. I mean, you're smashing it. Can you give tell them how do you do it?
I was smart the first time and hired a publicist. So I hired Jeff Haas, who kind of helps people like myself at the very beginning, because I was like, I would love to promote my story and let people know about it, and I don't know how to do it, right? And I wanted to be successful at the Kickstarter from the jump, and that was the best money I spent on that first Kickstarter, was to have Jeff introduce me to all of these podcasts. And then I kind of learned the ropes. So now I'm scheduling my own shows. A lot of the podcasters are now my friends because they're also indie creators as well. So we have built this community and collaboration. So now anytime I'm getting ready to Kickstarter, or even after the books come out, people want to have me on, like, let's talk about what you did to these characters, because I'm not nice to my characters in any way, shape, or form. If you've read my book,
we've seen. This is why I have you there in the background picture, folks, as you've seen. She's holding her head and she's smiling. Like, yeah.
I love that picture. I'm like, hey, look what I got.
When I saw that picture, this is the perfect picture for me to present.
Isn't it?
That way you could get into her brain, because she's a sicko. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my stories are they're out there, people, but it's a wild ride for sure. You'll definitely forget about your work day, your stresses, what's going on, and just disappear into this world for a little bit. Hold on, I'm out of focus.
So talk to me then about that transition, issue 2, issue 3. What's going on in the world? I'm about to bring up the Kickstarter, but talk to me about the transition. What's happening?
Big, right? So issue 1 and 2. Issue 1, we start in the apocalypse. We're 10 years into this apocalypse where death has been broken. Your body can die, but your soul doesn't leave. So you're stuck in your decaying body. You're still you. You're not a zombie or a flesh-eating monster. You're just you, but you're becoming forgetful and violent and detached because you have less of your brain that's functioning, right? So this is the world that's kind of devolved back to the Wild West. And we're following a cowboy named Jude St. Clair through the apocalypse, looking for the answer to the question, why do the dead no longer die? And we get to see him go to a town. Well, first we get to encounter Big James. Let's not forget Big James. He's a huge part of the series. Big James, the undead bear, in issue number 1. It's a bad day because bears are already apex predators, right? So they can run fast, they can swim, they can climb. And now you can't kill it. So how do you get away from this thing?
So Cocaine Bear definitely showed us what happens when.
Just remember, Big James was first, right?
Yes. The original apex predator.
The original apex predator. It's like Cocaine Bear, but he won't stop. He still won't stop, right? And then issue 2.
Laurie, I want to see this. I gotta see it. We gotta do that matchup.
Which one?
And discuss it in depth. Who would win? Big James.
Oh, Big James would win because he's
oh man. Even though Cocaine Bear maybe just did 2 grams.
It will be equal until, like, it depends. If it's in my world and Cocaine Bear can actually be undead as well, then they're tied, right? Because they're both undead at that point. But if Cocaine Bear lives in this world and Big James from my world meet up, Big James wins because as soon as he kills Cocaine Bear, he's dead, right? And he don't come back. So undeath always wins because don't matter what you do to him, he's already missing part of his throat and part of his face. He's still there. He's got bullet holes. Yeah. He's got, barbed wire. He's got hatchets, whatever. There's all sticking out of Big James. They've tried to kill him. They can't take him apart and they can't beat him. So
I think we're inspiring a scene for the 4th issue right now, where maybe there's this bear that's just sniffing coke and Big James just smashes him like you ain't shit.
We've already talked about some spinoffs with Big James, so you never know where that one's gonna go, right?
I love it.
Issue 2. What's that?
No, go ahead. So what happened with issue 2?
Oh, Jude St. Clair ends up in a town called Santa Claus, which is hilarious because it's a real place in Arizona. It's a ghost town in Arizona, and he gets to meet, people, alive people, but you get to see, like, it doesn't matter where he goes, it's always dangerous. They play poker. He swears at him with American Sign Language. He picks a fight. He ends up finding the person he was looking for in issue number 1, and he's very different than what he was expecting. But before you find out what this character knows, we jump back in time. So we actually, in issue 3, pick up right where we left off. We are now D-Day. It's the day that death disappeared. And we get to experience about 5 years of the apocalypse with Jude St. Clair as he navigates this new reality. And things fall apart pretty quick. So we jam-pack this issue with so much stuff. All that stuff that we've kind of talked about before, the riots, the government, the ethical questions, the collectors, all of that good stuff starts in this issue.
Oh my God. So this is, folks, I mean, if there's an issue you guys got to pick up, this is it. Like, if you really want to get the bochinche, the details, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And if you are new to Path of the Pale Rider, we have a catch-up tier. We have both digital and physical catch-up tiers. So if you didn't get 1 and 2, you can pick those up and you can get 1, 2, and 3 all together, which is really cool.
Don't you worry. You know what, folks? We're going to get into the Kickstarter right now. We're going to start talking about this art, this whole story. We're also going to see this awesome trailer. So check it out, folks.
Hi, I'm Laurie Calcaterra, writer-creator of the all-new Western Apocalypse comic book series, Path of the Pale Rider. Welcome to our Kickstarter to produce issue number 3 of our ongoing series. If you're not familiar with the story, it's about a cowboy 10 years into the apocalypse who is still looking for the answer to the question, why did the dead no longer die? He will go through wild terrain, undead bears, decipher conspiracy theories, and try to keep his heart beating in the process. Our new issue begins at the beginning of the fall, the day death went missing, and you will get to see how quickly things begin to crumble. Follow Jude St. Clair as he navigates this new reality and deals with chaos, confusion, and undead humans. You'll get to meet a new cast of characters, see familiar fuzzy undead bears, and experience what started Jude down his perilous path. I'm also happy to announce we have a new artist on the team named Marta Gasparoni, who will be coloring the pencils and inks drawn by our very own Marco DePillo. Cover art for this issue is done by Angelo Aquino, Everett Watkins, William Russell, and David Sanchez. If you're new to this series, don't worry. Issues 1 and 2 will be available in a catch-up tier. Also new to our campaign is samples of hot sauce, secret rewards, and even a chance to get mauled by Big James himself. So please, review our reward tiers and see which one works for you today. Thanks in advance for your support.
Hey, thought about Cocaine Bear. What's going on? Woo! Look at that. Oh, look at that art. Wow. Jeez. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's issue 1. That was black and white. You'll wait till you see the color.
Oh.
Yeah, you know.
Woo!
We got the short film.
Oh my God! A short film. Laurie be her campaign, son.
Yeah, it's there's a ton going on, man.
Oh, going up the gap. Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. What? Folks, you saw that? Hey, Laurie the reporter. Had a 13 news, I love it.
I always have a surprise up my sleeve. Watch this. Boom!
Oh man,
always
folks,
good.
did you see
Always
that?
good to go out with a bang.
Talking about, and folks, there we go, talking about it. The pledge we were looking for was 4,550, right? 4,550. She's at 4,922. Congrats with 76 backers and 18 days to go. And let's get into it, folks. Look at this.
I still have more art to release.
Oh my, yes, bring more art. Let's get it. I mean, look at this. Look at this dope cover right here. Wow.
No. Marco, he just keeps getting better at what he does. He just pushes himself, and this is a new coloring technique for him, but he just he just knocks it out of the park. You know, this is the Jude St. Clair at the beginning of the not the pandemic, the apocalypse. And he's done with it already. You know, he's look, he's an EMT. He's sitting on top of the ambulance while people are burning the town down, and he's just sitting there smoking a cigarette and having a burger. It's funny.
That's what I have for lunch. Some
Speaking of Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, there we go. This is the one. Cocaine Bear don't got shit on Big James. All right.
That's right. Everett actually released. He sent this to me. He finished it the week that Cocaine Bear came out in the theater, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "This is perfect timing." Because
it is fire though. Look at this mother. Look at those claws, even longer than Cocaine Bear's. All right. Look at that chest. You know, talking about that he gives his heart into it. Wepa. Woo! I ain't messing with homie.
Throwback to issue 1 because the sign that says "Dead Bear." That's what was in the issue, and it was a bad day. Yep. And this is a splash page from issue 1 that Marco went back and colored. So this was one of the stretch goals from campaign number 2. Is everybody got a 5x7 of this beautiful artwork right here?
Yeah, it is fire. I mean, it's sick. I mean, look at this right there.
Yeah.
I mean, look, even though his throat is open like that, he could still roar. My
I'm wondering what that would sound like.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But by the time I see or smell him, I'm already running.
Okay? Right. It don't matter. By the time you smell him, you're dead.
Smell him, I'm absolutely dead because I don't have my mother's nose. My mother's nose, she's like a bloodhound. Me, not so much. All right. And look at this gorgeously colored page. Look at that panel work. Look at that lettering. My gosh, Laurie, what type of team have you formed here? It's like Voltron.
Yeah. Well, the issue 2 was Marco DeFillo and myself, where he did all pencils, ink, and color, and I lettered. And then we did bring on a colorist, Marta Gasparoni, just to like help us go a little quicker, and also because Marco DeFillo is getting really busy.
Yeah.
He does our book full time. He does 2 other books full time by himself, pencils, ink, color, and he does commissions. He's a full time artist. He's busy, so I think with the 3 of us, we can go a little quicker, and turn around books quicker. So, it's like if we do 2 books a year and there's 13 books in the first series, it's like, what, that's 7 years before we get all the books out.
Yeah, right.
Right. So, we want to go a little quicker.
I gotta say, I dig his jacket, old school with the line. Right, old school denim jacket with the lining.
Yeah, he takes like the most professional, like beauty posed pictures, and like Marta is beautiful and young, and look at her colorful
He said
hair.
your newest member. So talk about finding his newest member.
Yeah, it was interesting. We were talking about bringing on a colorist, and Marco and I wanted to make sure Marco was very much part of the decision, because we have to work all together as a team. And because Marco's style is a certain way, we wanted to mimic that style because issue 2 was in color. So going forward, we wanted it to be very similar. So we took recommendations from other indie creators that we liked their art. I talked to Marta a few times. We had test pages turned in from a few different artists. They were all wonderful, but Marta really can, she colors very similar to Marco. So she's the one that we ultimately decided would be the best fit for our team. So she's actually coloring our preview pages right now. So as you scroll lower, you're going to see Marco's cover again, and then the 4 preview pages from the interior of 3. And she's finishing those up this week. That's
love this.
Yeah, that's a really cool image from David Rodriguez, who did the interiors of the Choose Your Own Adventure book. That's from the Choose Your Own Adventure book.
Laurie, tell me, you're putting this on a t-shirt.
It isn't on a t-shirt yet, but I have plans for this. It's on a sticker pack, and then I'm going to be running a victory lap after this on another platform, and this is going to be an exclusive cover for one of the issues 1, 2, or 3 on that next victory lap. So you'll be able to get it as a cover.
I'll take it as a cover, but I want it as a gray tee.
A gray t-shirt?
Like like a charcoal t-shirt. That way the black we like it's splashing, for the effect.
I looked into doing this one as a t-shirt, and the Big James one won out because that's what people wanted. But this image is so cool. I plan on doing lots with it, so don't worry.
That and a tattoo. This is a great tattoo.
That tattoo would be great. I might need that as a tattoo myself.
Right? Yo, you know what I mean? Shit. I might dedicate my skin to this because this is dope.
Oh, that's so cool. I would feel honored if you're walking around with my art on your body. That would be awesome.
That one though, that shit is fire, Lord.
It's cool.
Just fucking fire. I love it. All right, so look at homie here, yo. Wow, look at the artwork, the design, yo. This looks so great.
Yeah. It's a little Western, it's a little steampunk, and it's like mismatched on purpose, and he's in the apocalypse. It's perfect. It's like we mix so many genres into this story, and he really reflects that in this art. So bravo, Marco DeFillo.
There goes the color right there that we saw before. Yep. Wepa! What's going on here?
Surprise! This is a variant cover E by William Russell, colored by Dan Kemp. And it brings up a topic. We don't have to go into much detail. We don't have that much time, but schmecks in the apocalypse is a interesting topic to talk about. Things that used to be taboo or maybe less taboo. and how long are they taboo for?
Oh,
It's a
man.
great subject
Yeah,
to
you
kind
wait
of
a
dive
minute.
into and
I
discuss.
know what you're
But
telling me now. You just really fucked up my mind. It's
you
true.
see what
Like,
I
yo,
mean?
yeah,
I
yo.
always
It's like,
have
wait a
something new
minute.
to blow up your brain with every time I'm on your show.
Damn, Laurie. I mean, for real though. I mean, yes, she looks hot, but she's dead. I mean,
You
I
feel
mean,
that
ew,
way about me
ew,
though?
like,
That's the
wait a
thing.
minute though. Like, ew.
Exactly. That's the whole point of this is like she's
But
hot,
nobody's
but
saying
you
single
really
mothers
shouldn't
didn't
be
love it.
feeling that way.
Yeah, man, like, she's dead, and I don't. And listen, you know what? I don't want to get into any details.
Right. So this was us
Oh,
teasing the pencils. This was the pencils. Dan
dude.
Kemp worked so fast. Like it was literally the next day that they were done. I was like, holy cow, you guys.
Oh, damn. Then who did he have over in his house? My God, he must have had a
William Russell does really nice pinups. We'll just leave it at that.
Yo,
He's
okay,
really good
fire.
at it.
Yeah,
Of course, there are no smiley faces on the real ones. So,
okay. This is a great, yeah. Is this art even available? Like, you gonna like do a
if you
giveaway or
wanted to
tier?
buy the original, we'd have to talk to William Russell. He does have the original, but they're pricey.
Oh
It's
well,
not on
that's
the
so
campaign because I can't afford it. But
fire. It's her campaign and she can't even afford it right
no,
now.
he's a professional, image
I
variant
feel
cover
you.
artist. His original art goes for monies. So here's the two. I had to blow these up. So one of the new things on Kickstarter is that you can put an image with the reward tier. So when you're scrolling and looking at the reward tiers, there is a little picture, but it's pretty small. So I wanted people to see
Yeah,
the images that are going to be on these t-shirts. So I just kind of superimpose them over like a t-shirt graphic. The white
with
one
the
turned out way better
sampling.
than this pixelated black shirt, but this is the Skull Arena um, black
That
t-shirt,
looks
and
good.
it's so cool, right?
That looks really good. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what's funny? My mom actually had mirrors that look like this.
Yeah, it's very Hispanic to me, like Day of the Dead.
Oh, absolutely Latino. Hell yeah,
Yes,
yo.
yeah,
You locked it down, girl, on that one. Let me tell
yeah.
you. Ooh.
Now, this is from the same Choose Your Own Adventure book. So I was
Ooh.
debating whether the Skull or the Big James, but I had to do the Big James's campaign because of the Funko Pop. So we always run a Funko Pop, right, on every campaign, and this campaign is Big James Funko. So I did
Right.
a tier where it's like you get the Funko, you get the T-shirt, of Big James. So that's kind of like a Big James fan level, which is really cool. Because this
This
is,
is
I mean, you
it's
got to.
nice
Isn't
though.
that
I
cool?
won't front though. Yeah, it is fire. I'm not gonna front. It's absolute fire.
Yeah.
Although again, because of the coloring, I will put it on a charcoal shirt
Yeah,
because
I
I think
wonder.
it
I can
stand
still
out more.
change the color of the shirt, but
Yeah.
I usually do a black shirt and a white shirt. I
I
haven't done
think see
that
white
yet.
for me works better when it's brighter colors. When you're gonna go like this, let's go with those dark on dark shades, similar to the old school 70s magazines. You feel me?
Interesting. Yeah.
So it just really shows off the art better, in my opinion. Trust me.
Okay. I'll take that into
Like I
consideration.
said, see,
Absolutely.
what I told you before when we just talk and I see things.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
All right, there we go. So there we go with this awesome. Woo! Look at
Keep
that.
going.
Wow.
All right. So here we are. We're on day one of the apocalypse. And this is Jude picking up where we left off at the end of number two. He's a young man, he's an EMT. And at the end of number two, I'm not going to give all the details, but there's an accident. So they come to save the people that were hurt in this accident. And this is kind of where we pick up. So very
Oh,
quickly, we introduce undead people, which we really haven't seen Jude get a chance to interact with yet. We've seen undead bears and we've seen living people. We've seen zombies or like undead people kind of staked around in the apocalypse, but we hasn't had a chance to really interact with any of them. So this is where we're going to start seeing that and how he acts and how things are really confusing in the beginning.
and we'll say that line work is incredible. Look at that. I mean,
Yeah.
wow. Awesome. Awesome work.
So this is what Marta is working on now is these pages.
Okay. But look at this, folks.
Yeah.
Oof. Gorgeous.
You don't make it.
Thank you for sharing this black and white. All right, for me, I'm a fanatic of this. So
Yeah.
not to disrespect colorists. I'm just saying, like to see the art in its purest form like this before the coloring is just a beautiful thing because it really shows the the artistry of the
Yes.
person creating the project. It's wow, just wow.
Right. And that's why I always share Marco DeFillo's cover in black and white first and then reveal the color so people can see both because they both have merit. They're both really cool and
Oh yes.
interesting and um yeah. So of course,
Mm,
Jude's upset. This is his kind of first loss.
oh shit.
And then, of course, like we have that moment where they cover the body, they're driving away, and then that typical zombie genre, like the body sits up with.
Yo, Laurie, that happens to me. This Puerto Rican will be busting out that door so quick, even if the vehicle is moving. There is just no way in hell I'm gonna be just there. You feel me?
I was
No
like,
way.
I hope Jude was wearing brown pants that day.
Oh, I hope so too, man. His tighty whities, man, were very moist that day.
Yep. Not a good day. Not a good day for underwear for most people. So,
Oh hell
but
no.
again, just remember, everybody, he's not a flesh-eating zombie. He talks in this panel, so he's
You know
still
what?
himself.
We've
He's
just
just dead
created a new
now.
business. We just created a new business, Laurie, in the future. If zombies were to wake and people crap their pants, maybe we could start creating a super absorbent underwear. So if that happens, doesn't stain you, but absorbs it really quickly.
Wasn't there a Saturday Night Live skit where they were talking about adult diapers that were called "Oops, I crapped my pants"? Like, "Oops,
Oops.
I crapped my pants." I was like,
Are
"Oh,
you wearing your oops today?
yeah." I was like, it was that kind of a day. Whoo!
Oh
No,
wow! Look
yeah.
at
Check this out.
this. This is no post, no rights. Oh wow! Again, Lori getting political on that one.
Yes.
See, that's crazy. Oh yeah, which is true again. What rights do they have? Didn't they just die?
Right.
Do
So
they
now,
matter?
yeah, that's the difference. Like, of course, in our
No.
world, when you're dead, you can't drive cars or vote or have a firearm or own property. In this world, Path of the Pale Rider, it becomes a problem because when it's you and you have just died, do you lose those rights? Do you keep those rights? How long do you keep those rights? What happens to the people like in your family? Let's say I'm a single mom. I'm not. Let's say I am a single mom and I have 2 kids, and I am now
Hmm.
undead. Where do my kids go? Where do we go? They just come and kick me out of my house, or and eventually, I think we get there in this book where there's a police force called the Collectors who will come separate the living from the undead, so they can just come pick up the undead and cart them off to quote unquote the undead retirement community, but no one actually knows what that is or what that looks like.
I have a
Um,
question for you. Then
yeah,
check this out. Check this out. So, what if someone lives alone, right?
yes,
And they're young and they happen to pass in their apartment, but then wake up? Are there people in this universe that pass as living even though they're dead and some child try to hide it?
yes.
Oh,
Especially after rights start to get taken away. That was that device
okay.
that Jude wears on his chest is called a disc. So that
Okay.
was what the government kind of comes up with to um like I don't even want to how I want to say this, mark the living versus the dead. So when you turn it on, it will amplify your heartbeat because really that's all that's differentiating people at this point is a heartbeat, right? So if your
Okay.
heart is no longer beating, you
Wow.
are undead. It will turn red. You kind of saw that in my
Wait,
video where it's like
wait,
it was
wait.
green,
Now
right,
I
and it
gotta
was
ask
beating.
further, just on how you're building this world. Then,
Say what?
so I gotta ask now,
Yeah.
because based on how you're building the world, right? So, if it's the living versus the dead, is everything else over? Is colorism and all that, for example, racism based on color over? Has humanity united and just been it now it is just living versus dead? Or does everything else still exist and this is just a new layer to add into this world?
This is the new layer. All the other stuff,
New
all the
layer.
other crap is still there. I
Still
would
there.
love to say that people
Wow.
would unite, but they wouldn't. They wouldn't, right? There would still be the racism and ageism and all of that, and now this on top of it makes it worse. But
Deadness.
now it's not necessarily all living versus all undead. you're going to have sympathizers as well. So you're going to have like a riot of undead people and living people protesting their rights being taken away, because that's their family, that's their friends. They're going to, you know, they might not agree. So, but what I was saying about the discs is that they can be hacked. So you can try to pass as living by hacking a disc or using makeup or self-embalming, all these different techniques that the undead employ to try and not be thrown into whatever the undead retirement community is. See what I'm saying?
Yep, absolutely. I gotta ask those questions because again, you know, I'm starting to think even deeper. Like,
Yeah.
this world is insane. And look at
Yeah,
these
it is.
add-ons, folks. And folks, just to start talking about pledging. I mean, look, you could start with $10 just because you're
Well, you can
generous.
start at $5.
Even five, even for $5, you get a PDF, but $10
Yeah.
just because you want to be nice, you don't want nothing.
You can
have
do
$10
whatever
to
dollar. You can
spend.
do $1.
All right, but not right here though. If you want $5, yo, you got a PDF.
Right, but if you're going to pledge, get something, right? So I mean,
Yeah,
a PDF, you can do $8 and get caught up on PDFs 1,
yeah,
2, and 3. That's
exactly. So
a deal.
even though we appreciate you being generous, no, I don't want nothing being so humble. Don't be a butthead, you know, and get the package right here. Look, for $8, you get the first 3 issues. You catch up, you know, and then next time you're gonna want to donate even more to this amazing project.
Oh,
$10,
you guys, when
you
we
get a
get to the
physical
end of
issue.
this issue, you're going to be clamoring for the next one.
That's what Laurie does. That's what Laurie does. $15, we get PDF, the mark of the pillow cover, right?
Yeah, so $15 gets you the PDF and then any single cover that you want. So A, B, C, D,
Nice.
E variant. You know,
Oh,
so the
cool.
Angela Aquino, the Everett Watkins.
Ooh, when does that
Um,
get unlocked? That image coming soon. What's
as
popping
soon
there?
as
Please
David
tease me.
Sanchez is done. David Sanchez is a super busy guy. He loves my concept and my story, and he very much wanted to be a part of this. Actually, he was clamoring to be a part of campaign number 2, but I had already started the Kickstarter and had all my variants lined up when him and I were talking. So this is the first one only because I was already, you know, had booked everybody for issue number 2. He's been doing stuff for Image. He just had a cover for Valhalla, which is a Charter Comics series that's brand new. He did a cover for World Tree, Witch Hammer, Something's Killing the Children. When they did the Star
Wow.
Wars comic books, he does photorealistic stuff. You should see it. It's amazing. So I can't wait until he does that. And I'm letting him draw one of my characters that has not been introduced yet. And
Ooh,
she's
really?
super important to the story. So it's kind of a spoiler with no context.
Excellent. I
I'm
gotta ask
excited.
you. I gotta
Yeah.
ask you here because earlier you were talking about that beacon, that hot sauce, and
Yeah.
here we go with $25 limited.
Yeah.
Path of the Pale sauce.
Heck
What are
yeah.
we talking about here? How hot is it? Is it like that damn black chip? Don't tell me like that damn black chip because I wanted to die. I thought my mother was about to call 911 for me.
No. Now, I can eat this and I can't stand like super hot things. It's really a delicious flavor. It's a barbecue base and it has habanero in it. Okay, so it has a bite at the end. It's really good on like fried chicken, and I've had it on like chili dogs and Bloody Marys. I had it on some pulled pork the other day. It just goes on everything that you would like hot sauce and just want a little bit of a kick. It's really good. Now, if people are clamoring for an extra hot sauce, I will do it. But right now, I only got 4 backers, so that doesn't tell me that people want extra hot sauce.
But nobody listen. That hot sauce is dangerous. When I ate that damn coffin chip, Lori, let me tell you, Almega was about to die. I felt the
Oh
spirit come out my body and look at me and say, "You fool." Because my mom, I'm telling you, she would have. You want me to call an ambulance? I said, no,
Right.
no,
I was like, they're
no.
just gonna pour milk on you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Speaking of condiments.
Sorry, please don't ever do that damn chip. All right.
Don't
Look, ketchup. Yeah, I mean ketchup. What did you got doing here? You have ketchup? What was I about to say?
No, I'm just messing with people because we had hot sauce. So then I called this one ketchup, but it's the ketchup tier where it's like you get all 3 PDFs and then you would get all 3 physical copies in one mailer. So I use Gemini mailers and I back and board all that good stuff. So when you get it, you would get all 3 in the same mailer together, which is great because if you want to touch it and feel it and smell it, they're all there and you can just start one and keep going, you know?
I want ketchup now. I want some Pale Rider ketchup now as well to balance the hot sauce.
Yeah. Well, what's cool is with those add-ons, you can customize your own reward. So if you want the hot sauce, choose the hot sauce tier, and then you can go into the add-ons and add like a physical 1 and physical 2 if you need all 3. See what I'm saying? So I made it very easy to customize your own reward using the add-on option.
And then look at this. We getting a big James Shipper fitty.
Yeah.
You get Scollerina shirt. Oh, a metal cover. Yeah, you getting into the metal covers too. Woo! Look at that.
These are so cool. And they're hard to find. So Charter Comics.
How limited are they? How limited are you keeping these? How limited are you keeping these bad boys?
Well, I'm not printing the medals after campaign. Nope.
Well, really, that's it. Okay, so whatever is in that campaign, that's it. Limited.
I might have like 1 or 2 extra. I keep 1 for myself. I might take 1 to a con, and once it goes, it's done.
Oh, just 1.
They're expensive.
You gotta tell me what con because I want it. But wait a minute, look at this. So, this is not expensive though, because you will get all covers. You could catch up, but you could get every single cover from the amazing team that Laurie has built for $125. Oh my God, that's great. I mean,
the metal cover is $100.
What?
Wow. This is a steal if you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 physical copies, a metal cover, and the PDF.
Whoa. Total steal, folks. This is the bargain tier right here. If you're smart about it, and again, trust you me.
Considering if they're $15 each, what would that be? 15 times 5?
Well, not that, or is that I want collectors to understand that you have something here that will be a movie or a TV show. You have an ill concept dude, this is gonna get picked up. Period.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I think
there's just no way it's not to, because the story is dope, the concept is dope, the layers that you're building, the universe. I mean, there's so many ways you could go with this. All right, so it's like
I keep telling you, Al, when we get to issue number 8.
Oh my God!
Issue 8 is the killer. It's the one
Laurie,
we won't be able to turn back. Huh?
Laurie, just remember me when you make it big in Hollywood. If you need a dead Puerto Rican zombie to be walking around,
you just want to be an extra. You'll come on and just be like,
I'll be an extra. I'll be a main. I'll be a gangster zombie. Whatever you want me to be. From
it'll just be out in the background. Wepa.
yeah, selling comics. Wepa, come over here. I got comics for you. Check out this Path of the Pale Rider #1.
Now this one.
Ooh,
do you remember last campaign when I was talking about the secret one from last time?
Okay, so what we got now?
Well, the last one I did was a wooden box with wood burning on it, and it was stained with skeletons and stuff on it. You open the box, and there's a glass container that has ashes and bones. There's a poem on the side of the boxes that talks about like death disappearing and decay is now king, and that if you hold a seashell to your ear, you can hear the sea. If you hold this bottle of bones to your ear, can you hear the souls of the damned inside? So that was the super secret from number 2. This super secret is cooler than that. If you guys like cosplay, this is by far the coolest thing. You cannot buy this. I prototyped this myself. I built one for myself because I wanted one, and I decided I would put it on here. It's a functioning item. It's really cool. There's one backer who was brave enough to do this with not knowing what it was, and I'm so excited to build another one of these. So
let's make it happen.
Really
Because what's the secret, folks? And then you're gonna be going to Comic Cons with it. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I got 3 left of those that I can do, and after that, I probably won't have enough time to make more. But
Then we get original art. Oh my God, original art by Marco for 200, folks. Pencil ink. Ooh, 250. We get that big. Oh, the funk. I love her Funkos. No way. Look at that mother. Oh my God.
He is so cool. Even if you're not a Funko collector, if you would like the most badass Big James merch, this is it. Again, there's only 5 of these. And then after the, oh yeah, you want to talk about that?
I was about to ask, are you Puerto Rican with that many blades?
No, that's freaking Danny Trejo, and I put my face over it. That's Machete.
Yeah,
that's
look at
it. Machete. Because I'm gonna slice and dice something and let people vote on whether they want me to use a machete, a sword, or a sledgehammer to do it.
Man, that's crazy. Laurie comes by. I'm thinking she opening that jacket. I'm gonna be happy. Like hell no, she about to kill me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, because you look so nice. Like, hey guys. Oh shit, no.
I don't think I have quite that many knives. I'm probably close. Maybe.
That's hysterical. I'm doing it. Ooh, okay. I need this as a poster because this is really cool.
That is the riddle on the back of issue number 1. So the cool part about Path of the Pale Rider is that the world is so big that I made other media that you get to explore the world through. So Jude St. Clair is on a path through the world, solving the answer, he's looking for the answer, but there's so many other things that happen that you won't see in the comic because Jude doesn't witness them. You know what I mean? So we wrote riddles. If you answer riddles, it takes you to some place in the digital world. You might get a phone number. You might find a website to hack. It might take you to secret YouTube videos. There's all sorts of stuff that we're doing where you can fall down the rabbit hole and experience this like it's real. So there's that's American Sign Language. That's you have to decipher the riddle and then you have to solve the riddle. And then, of course, we have the 2 short films that are up there as well.
You see, all shared, folks.
So these are fan interactive short films. So they're on my YouTube channel, but I made them easy for you to see here. If you're a fan of Path of the Pale Rider and you want to be in the story and you be in the short films, I always announce when I'm starting them and what topic I'm covering. If you want to be in it, you're guaranteed a spot in it.
Hey, there we go. Get it done, folks. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
And look, the breakdown. Wonderful. Breaking it down. That's what real creators do, letting you know. Oh, that's my homie right there.
That's right. He's launching pretty soon, actually.
My big homie does a great show.
He's
talking. Oh man, look at this! I've spoken to all these people.
Have you? Yeah, I gotta add some more. I was talking with like JD Rosario. He does a comic.
Hey, I'm talking to JD real soon. Mm-hmm. I've spoken to him before.
Live.
I've met him, and he's so cool. I met him at New York Comic Con. JD.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
It was like the 10th or 15th. What was it? 10th something anniversary. I believe Unstoppable at the time. He was doing his thing, and and we were just talking about representation and all that. Like, he's such a cool dude. He also, they're trying to do a Comic-Con out there. They're doing a lot of things. So I love to see that, a lot of these creators not just create books, but rather also let me create something else to hopefully be able to shed a spotlight on others. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, will you go back up to the stretch goals? We're like $80 from unlocking our very first stretch goal. And I love this because every single backer gets this, not just the physical backers, digital too. So
wait,
this keep going. It's before
we getting that poster.
Nope, I know that one's so cool. Yeah, keep going. One more. This. So this is our first stretch goal. We are going to unlock 8 indie comics.
And you got Paul's book, Paul Gomez,
Paul Gomez, Lee Newman, Rick Dury, Greg McQuan, Carissa, Brandon, Sam, and Chris Hayes.
Nice.
I know all of these creators.
How awesome is that? See what a wonderful community we have. We're going to be talking to Carissa soon too, so you can know what she's doing.
Yeah.
And Paul's coming back because he got some other stuff going on. So this is great.
Yeah.
You're awesome. Look at that.
I'm going to be hosting Paul's launch party for his new campaign. His new book is called Prelude to Aurora, and that actually launches tomorrow. So I'm going to be at LCS in Burleson, Texas, helping him. I'm going to be hosting the party for him. So
look at that. You see, folks, the Marvel and DC do this for their creators. No, they don't.
No.
Okay.
But it's cool because you can do a $5 backing level for the PDF, and you still get all 8 of these comics when we get to 5,000, and we will, because we're $80 away.
Yeah, make it happen. I mean, look at the art. Look at this. It's the teams. It's the support of the independent community. You get short films. You get a breakdown. You see everything that's being supported. So, please visit this amazing Kickstarter today. It's right there, folks. Make it happen. It's a fantastic project. Like, listen, it's number 1, number 2, success. Number 3, funded. Things like this don't get funded because they're not good. They get funded because they're amazingly good. So this is important. Support independent creators, especially an amazing woman like this. Again, right? International. It's Women's Month and all. To see an amazing female creator like Laurie just kicking ass and not taking names, because she's knocking down doors and doing the things, and real inspiration. And just as a human being. So thank you, Laurie, for inspiring me and others. You keep rocking. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna get them extras. This is gonna be like 10 racks, and then we're gonna get a TV show. And again, I'm telling you, cast me. I'm gonna act. I got it. I already got one role, and I got the best news ever that my one role that I did, the dude hit me up. He goes, "Al, just want to tell you that the little thing you did features twice prominently in the middle of the film. So you're gonna, I'm like, what? I can't wait."
Well, if we get there, I got a role in mind for you. I'll tell you that much. When we get to the comic, I'll let you know who I'm thinking. We're not there yet. We haven't met you yet, but there's a spot.
Don't you worry. I got it down. Whatever you need me to do, I get into it.
It has lines. Yay.
Hey man, whatever, I could do whatever. I got it. I read it the English and the Hispanic, my friend. All right, there we go.
Awesome.
But folks, you gotta support. So support the Kickstarter. The links are below as well in the notes. So there's no excuse. You gotta do that. You gotta check out the website. You could pick up and scoop the other 2 books, because I know Laurie got inventory on 1 and 2, right?
I do. I ordered extra. And then, of course, at the end of this campaign, I'll be ordering issues 1 and 2 again to fill whatever people, catch up tiers are ordering. We'll make sure you get all of your things.
Beautiful. You see that? Hey. And then follow, of course, on social. You can follow on Facebook. She has a Facebook group, Path of the Field Writer, on Instagram and TikTok at @path_of_the_pale_the_. I mean, it's there. A bunch of underscores. My God.
I know.
Twitter makes it much more easier with Path Pale Writer, right? But the links are below. You follow that. One last question here, Laurie.
Yes.
Are you going to be attending any conventions where we could, in person, get a piece of that energy and get a signed book and pick up something awesome? You doing anything, in the next couple of months?
Yes. We usually are at Arlington Fest. That's April 15th and 16th. I have to talk with Marco DeFillo. He's from Arlington, so that's his hometown. We usually do cons together. Unfortunately, I have to miss the Dallas Fan Expo this year. My brother is getting married at the same weekend. So I'll be in Michigan. What's that?
How dare he get
married?
I know,
he doesn't know. But I'm standing up in his wedding. So I'll be at the wedding. But Marco DeFillo will be in Dallas Fan Expo with all of our books. So he will be representing Team Path of the Pale Rider for us. So.
Laurie, I dare you. Yeah. I dare you set up one little table at the wedding with your books for people to buy.
No, but you know what? I am doing a book signing while I'm there. There's an LCS in Michigan that I'm friends with, and he's like, well, you're in town in June? I was like, yeah. He's like, come to the store and set up. He's like, I'll bring people in to meet you. You can sign. So it's in Michigan at like, I want to say it's in Livonia. It's like 5 Mile in, I forget. I've been to Michigan since 2019. But I will be definitely there. It's the store is called Gotham Knights. And the owner's name is Fergal Arroyo, and he is Fergal Amayo, and he is amazing. He's been on my show, and he's wonderful as well. So if you have a chance, if you're in Michigan and you're listening to this, go check out Fergal's store. He's so much fun to talk to, and he loves recommending new comic books. So he'll ask you what you like, and then he'll walk you around the store and tell you all the things that, like, if you like this, you would like this, this, and this. So
nice. That sounds like my kind of shop. Somebody that, you know, does digs into what you like, and here we go. Proper recommendation.
Right, because if it's new and you've never heard of it, how would you know? You know what I mean? I don't know if I like that, but he's read them all.
Yep, I'm into barbarians. So you give me anything with barbarians chopping heads off, I'm into it. Give me Conan, give me barbaric, give me the mighty barbarians, give me all that good stuff that's coming. Yeah, babe.
You know, Battle Pug. Have you read Battle Pug?
Oh yeah, Battle Pug is funny. That Battle Pope, all that good stuff.
Battle Pope, even cooler. That's the same guy that does Walking Dead. He does Battle Pope. What's his name? Robert Kirkman. That's Robert Kirkman, Battle Pope.
My head, yeah. Dude, you're awesome, Laurie. So check this out, folks. Again, one more time. Kickstarter, all right? The website and the socials. Everything's below. Laurie, thank you again for coming on.
Yeah. Can I say one thing?
Sure, of course.
To the viewers, thank you for your support. The new stories are all in indie comics. No more regurgitated stories. We've seen enough Resident Evil. We've seen enough, you know, reboots of Spider-Man. I love all these things, but still, your new stories, your exciting stories are in indie. And trust me, this is a wild one, and we need your support so we can continue producing this beautiful book, because my artists need to eat, and you helping me get there says wonders. You know, I was feeling all the feels in the world when we funded in a week. So again, thank you in advance for your support. Come check out our rewards, see what works for you, and God bless. I hope we can take you out of your world for a little bit, and you can get lost in Path of the Pale Rider.
Oh, wow. And folks, you will get lost in this amazing world created by this amazing creator. So make sure that you support, show the love. This is what we do here too, Comic Crew, man. It's all about these people like that. You heard her. I mean, totally appreciative. You don't hear that from others. Trust you, me. I've been around the block for a minute, so I see it. So I see genuine artistry and someone that actually cares. So, Laurie, you keep doing what you're doing. That's why I know we're gonna see a cartoon, a movie, dolls, collectible toys. Myself is gonna have one of the figures real soon. So let's make it happen. It's gonna be more than pops. Wait, but let's manifest, because words matter.
Right.
Hey. All right. So people, you know what it is. Thank you. So make sure to follow Comic Crusaders World on YouTube. Turn on notifications. Subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Check out my extended family over at undercovercapes.com. And if you like to talk about and listen to chats with business leaders and motivational coaches and people that are into SEO and tech, check out the AMP, the Amega Podcast. You know what I mean? I do a little something there too. All right? Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Later. Much love. Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at Undercover